Hello, everybody, and good evening. I know it has been a very long time since we've seen one another, and we are going to get started with the show. We are here, we are safe, and we're together. Let's give everybody a round of applause. How exciting is this? As an extrovert, I can tell you that this year and a half has been really, really hard. It's so good to see everybody. Judy, good to see you. We're here. Good evening, everybody. It is such an honor and privilege to be your MC tonight. I am Erin Ovalle. I am the founder of Maine Media and so delighted to be here with all of you for the 2021 Maine Family Business Awards. This is the 21st time the Institute for Family-Owned Business, as I say IFOB, some of you might say IFOB. Catherine, thank you for the preference. They have hosted this celebration for 21 years, featuring the very best family businesses from all across the state. And I have to say, in my industry, I am so privileged and honored to have interviewed so many of you, a handful of which tonight are finalists. We're happy that we can all be in person together on this very special night. As we've done before, we are also live streaming this event with our friends at home. We've invited our friend Paula Mahoney, founder of, yes, there she is. Hello, Paula, founder of Words at Work. Yes. Let's just keep clapping tonight, right? It's been a long time. She's going to be our MC for our online chat. Hi to everybody at home. And for those of you who have an online viewpoint, you can have that as well. This year, as I had mentioned, has been extremely challenging for so many of us, and we are happy to be here tonight. We've persevered, we're working together, we're resilient, supporting one another, and that is what the Maine way, the Maine life is all about. So to begin our night off, we are going to start with Olivia Christopher. She's a senior studying vocal studies at the University the USM, for our national anthem. So please rise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, everyone. How's it going? Are we excited to be here? I know I am. Yeah. I'm Lindsay Skilling. I'm the CEO of Gifford's Ice Cream, and I am the current chair of IFOB, Institute for Family-Owned Business. It is wonderful to be here tonight together and see so many familiar faces and new friends and faces as well. So let's kick off our evening with our first special award. Tonight, we are pleased to present our first ever National Service Award in recognition of a fellow Maine family-owned company that was thrust into the national and even international spotlight last year as the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a pandemic. Puritan Medical Products Company, LLC, of Guilford has been in business for over 100 years and is North America's largest manufacturer of testing swabs. When demand for COVID tests spiked in 2020, Puritan rose to the challenge, increasing production to 7 days a week, and within 2 months, its factory was running shifts 24/7 to meet the need. Puritan was named Inc. Magazine's Company of the Year in 2020, and they are a past recipient of the People's United Bank Technology and Innovation Award at the Maine Family Business Awards. Please join me in congratulating Puritan Medical Products recipients of the 2021 National Service Award. Here to accept the award is Timothy Templett, Executive VP of Global Sales, and Derek McKinney.
Thank you very much. I can't tell you all the stories we've had, Derek and I have had for the last 2 years, but it's been a wild ride, trust me. But we're all family businesses, and we're all successful for one thing, and that's our employees. And all the employees are not family owners, right? So my congratulations today are to the 1,500 employees that we now employ in the state of Maine. Derek McKinney especially, who was a gentleman who was in charge of building a brand new plant in 8 weeks in Pittsfield, Maine, on his own with Chimbro. Very impressive, to say the least. We went on to build a third factory in Pittsfield, and now we're building a factory in Tennessee. I owe all of this to our employees, not to the families, because we all have family members in our business, but it's the employees that make it happen, and I thank all of them for this award tonight and pulling off something that you just would never believe could have happened to any of us with Donald Trump coming to Guilford, Maine. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Derek?
It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience and something we never expected to happen. And as a group of people from Maine, we responded in the only way that we knew how, which was to pull together and to make it happen. And it was a great group of people. We were against the odds. We had 8 weeks to do something that would take 8 months. And we did that, and we moved on. I built a third facility and are working on a fourth. So it's become a trend now, and we're moving into the future to be a world leader in swab production, and all starting in the middle of nowhere, Guilford, Maine. So it's really something amazing to be a part of, and it's been a great 18 months. Thank you, guys.
In 2019, in honor of the 20th Annual Maine Family Business Awards, the IFOB board awarded Maddie Corson the inaugural Barry Dunn Lifetime Achievement Award. Tonight, I would like to invite Colleen McCracken to the stage to kick off the tribute to this year's recipient. Colleen was the former CFO and CEO of Thomas Mosier, where she worked side by side with Harry Fraser for 12 years. Colleen is a former board chair for the IFOB, former CEO at Planet Dog, and started her own business consulting firm in 2019, CLMC LLC. Come on up, Colleen.
I don't have my glasses, so hopefully I can read this. Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for your support of the family-owned businesses here in Maine. I am honored to have the chance to say a few words about Harry Fraser, the second recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award for the Institute for Family-Owned Business. First of all, I cannot think of anyone more qualified to follow in Maddie Corson's footsteps as the second recipient of this award. Harry happens to be the reason I became involved in the Institute in the first place. So many years ago, when I had the honor of working for him at Thomas Moser. Harry has been a long-time advocate for and has an incredible passion for family-owned businesses here in Maine. He has been instrumental in building the foundation for the Institute for Family-Owned Business here in Maine. After working in the corporate world for many years, he, like many of us, realized how different family business cultures are. The entrepreneurial spirit, the feeling of being literally part of the family, and the opportunities that exist to be involved at such a deeper and meaningful level with your work. No matter what challenges we faced, Harry was always the eternal optimist, reminding us of all the good that family businesses bring to the employees and our economy here in Maine. While at Thomas Moser, Harry was an incredible mentor to me, both personally and professionally. He was one of those leaders that understands the value of balancing work and fun, leading without ever micromanaging, and respecting what each individual brings to the table. I believe that I flourished under his leadership, or at least I hope so. I always felt that Harry made sure we saw ourselves as part of a team, and that success was because of each and every one of us. Harry never tried to take credit for himself. He was always happy being the coach in the background, while making us all laugh on his morning arrival at the shop with, I think you guys know this, "It's a wonderful day in Millinocket, so don't knock it." It was the best. I mean, it is. So I like to think that I learned a thing or two from him because of his leadership style. Finally, I have certainly had the pleasure of working with many leaders during the last 35 years in my professional career, and I realize I'm dating myself. And I have never met another leader with Harry's charisma, character, and willingness to let others take credit. Harry, you have always been an inspiration to me, and so many others that have had the good fortune of working with you. Thank you for the impact that you have had on me personally and professionally, and for the leadership you have brought to family-owned businesses and the Institute. Leaders like you come around once in a lifetime, and I am so happy that I have had that opportunity to intern under you. Congratulations on receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award for the Institute for Family-Owned Business. It is so well-deserved. Now I would like to take this opportunity to invite Tom Moser up to the stage to say a few words about Harry. No swearing. Thank you.
One year after this organization was formed, I put an ad in the paper looking for a controller. And what I got was Harry Fraser. Well, now, Harry, what's your background? Well, Harry was born in Nova Scotia. He went to college in Bangor. He worked, you heard it already, Great Northern Paper Company, and that Millinocket, I can't stand it. But he worked there, and then he went to Digital Equipment Corporation, and he worked there for a number of years. Anyway, he came and sat down at my desk, and I'll be controller. Well, Harry, have you ever well, I've run multi-million-dollar businesses. We have silos where everybody has something to do. It's been highly organized. Sure, I can run this rinky-dink outfit. What are you, 50 people? Little did he know how complex his job was to become. Harry Fraser was not only our controller, he was our CEO. And as such, he was responsible for every aspect of our business. I think about that a minute. Marketing, sales, merchandising, maintenance, on and on and on. So he learned a lesson, and I learned one too. A small family business can be far more complex task than working as a cog in some multi-million-dollar enterprise. So Harry took the job, and as Colleen so aptly put it, was the fundamental soul of our business for the years he was there. One of the things he did that very few CEOs do is he cooked a barbecue every month for everybody. Now, I mean, and he did it himself. That's Harry. He did everything himself. It wasn't just delegating, but it was participating. Colleen, you summarized so beautifully the attributes that I have for Harry Fraser. Well, can you remember anybody the third quarter of 2008? You remember when the bottom fell out in 08? We lost 40% of our business. And I bet you some of you guys, I know you must have suffered during that moment in 08. Harry came to our company, and in the 13 years he was there, grew it 240%. Unbelievable. Not only did he grow it top line, but he kept profitability up, and he kept distributions up during those 13 years. But when 08 came, he and I sat down and said, you know, where are we going? And we agreed that maybe it's time that he try something new. He had been on the board of directors of Johnny's Select Seeds for years, and they looked for somebody to run that, and he grabbed it. I have to tell you, the saddest day of the 50 years that I had been involved with this business, the saddest day was the day at my desk when we agreed to go our own ways, and he handed me his credit card. I will never forget that moment. Harry wasn't just a CEO, he was a dear friend, and he was responsible for growing our business in those 13 years from 1995 to 2008. He grew our business 240%. I know you guys grew 400%, but that's, I mean, you're a freebies. You know, you're non-for-profits. That doesn't count. I don't mean it. But no, 140% for a for-profit company, manufacturing in Maine. That's pretty good. And we owe it to Harry Fraser. So I'm going to invite Maddie Corson to come up. Where are you, Maddie?
Right here.
Okay, and she has a few words she wants to say. I just want everybody to know that one of the great gifts Mary and I and our family had is coming in touch with Harry Fraser. Millinocket, well, no, how does it go? Don't knock it, Millinocket. I just, oh, Jesus. Thanks, Harry.
One trouble with being up here is the lights are so bright. There you are. I just want to know where you are, Harry. This is Finding Harry. I'd known Thomas Mosier for many years, and as a family-owned business member, I wanted to get him involved in the IFOB. As the story goes, he went to Harry and asked him if he would attend a meeting here, and Harry said, I guess so. I don't know what it's all about, but I'll be glad to go. He did not know what he was getting into, but he needed to go meet with this group. What began as an unknown became a huge love for the people of the family-owned business. Harry was dedicated to helping and supporting them. He also became a big proponent of ESOPs and helped companies transition. I guess that's after he left Mosier, and he went to Johnny Appleseed. He has many devoted friends in this room and beyond. Harry's philosophy is, a rising tide lifts all boats, and he was instrumental in helping the IFOB obtain our nonprofit status and thrive. Now, Harry, we know that you're very proud of your Scottish heritage, and so this is for you. I'm not sure where they're coming from. Yeah. Harry, you can stay standing. Harry, You can stay standing because I'm going to present you with a Lifetime Achievement Award from Barry Dunham McNeil. So come on up. Now, we got that. You wanna hold it on top of the newspaper.
I have to carry this with me.
It's fine. Thank you, my darling boy.
So awesome.
Are you going to say a few words?
I'm going to try.
All righty, you'll do fine. Yes.
Hello? Yeah, there we are. I'm going to try to say a few words, which most of you that know me, that's rather difficult for me to say a few of anything. But when I'm in front of a crowd here, which I can't see, which is great, it might make it a little bit easier. So I did have to write some things down because if not, I end up, as my children will tell you, be a rambling rose here. I'll be just going off. What a wonderful tribute. I'm just blown away. I listened to the candidates for the awards this year, and they all talk about their employees and how important that is to the success of their company. Over the 30 years now that I've been involved in the Institute, I've seen and worked with, I can't tell you how many family businesses, but it's got to be close to 100. I've sat on boards, I've done consulting for them, much to Barry Dunn's chagrin. I did some finance work for them. But I had a sign in my office a number of years ago that said, "The strength of our achievements is rooted in the depth of our passion." And the more passionate you are about your work, the more successful you will be and the less stressed you will be. And there was another one right below it that said, "Exceptional achievements are within our reach when we stand tall on a foundation of personal integrity, hard work, and unwavering determination." Family-owned businesses are the center of all of that, in my mind. And I've watched it happen over and over again. But before I go on too much here, I want to thank the Institute for orchestrating this wonderful event tonight. Special thanks to Catherine, our executive director, and her staff. I'd like a round of applause for her, please, and the staff. I can't see you, Catherine, but thank you very much. Thank you. How's the watch? Is that okay? The watch working all right? Okay. She forgot her watch, and now I don't need it. So, I'd also like to thank the board of directors of the Institute for this award, especially recognizing Seth and Barry Dunn for their sponsorship of this. Seth and I, is that correct? Yeah. Oh, I thought I heard somebody go, "Oh, we said it to them." Seth and I go back a ways. We've done a lot of work with ESOPs and valuations and so on, and he's been a true mentor of mine in educating me. I also want to, a thanks to Maddie, Tom, Colleen, for your more than kind words. Thank you. Thank you for being a most significant friend and your relentless support. I love you very much. Trying to get through this. Not much longer. There's only 6 pages left. I've talked about many, many times my passion for family-owned business. This passion, along with the work of a gentleman called Robert Greenleaf that headed up he was in Wisconsin, I think they're in New Jersey now, he's since passed away, but he was the founder of the Center for Servant Leadership. And he was a major driving factor, along with the family-owned business, that has really shaped my career and my life as to what I wanted to be. You can't lead unless you serve. Greenleaf, he believed that a better society, one that is more just and more loving, one that provides greater creative opportunity for its people, that's what he hoped for and wanted. And good God, wouldn't we use a lot of that today in our businesses, especially the big businesses? A little bit of caring goes such a long way, and it's here in this room. And I'm not bragging, but I've got the experience to tell you that the number of companies that I've worked with, it works. It works. The chairman of the board once said to me, I went in to talk to him about budgets, and I said, I want to talk to you about how much we want to grow next year and so on. And he looked at me and he says, I don't really care. You do what you need to do. You're the finance guy. I grow seeds, okay? And he says, what I want you to focus on is solving customer problems and taking care of our employees. The bottom line will follow. And we did that, and it did follow, and had unbelievable growth in the company as a result of the participation of the employees. That led me into the world of ESOPs, which is all about the employees. I prefer family businesses, but there are times where family businesses can't transition. And one of the options is ESOP before you sell. And the ESOP has a tendency to preserve that family sense in the business and is extremely powerful. I lost my spot. It's because I'm on the next page. Greenleaf envisioned that servant leadership as a movement will continue to enrich the lives of individuals and establish more people-centered institutions, as well as strengthen its vital relationships. I can't tell you how important I think that is. Having this passion and knowledge, I sat back and I was, having studied Greenleaf and got this bug about family businesses, I said, how does that fit with me, okay? I don't want to be in a job I don't like. I want my job to be my life, and I want my life to be my job. A lot of people have told me you have to check your brain at the door when you come home. You leave your business there and you bring your family home. Not me. Sorry, there's no difference. I treat people the same way in every aspect, I hope. My kids might have a little bit different to say about that, but as luck would have it, as Maddie mentioned, Tom Mosier walked into my office one day and mentioned that he had spoke to Maddie Corson, and I said, sorry, I don't know Maddie. And he explained who Maddie was, and that she was looking for some representation for Mosier at the Institute of Family-Owned Business. Tom and Maddie said, they asked me if I wanted to go. Okay, I'm not sure I got it quite that way, but I did know whose name was on the door, okay? So I engaged, and it was probably the best thing that I did in my life, was to become a part of this group. I'm not going to go on too much there, but the journey began at that point. There's no doubt in my mind that having worked for large, small corporations, venture capitalist groups, and closely held family-owned businesses, the best place to work are companies that practice some of Greenleaf's philosophy in terms of focus on the employee and the growth. I found this within the family-owned business world, where preserving those entities was paramount, and one that continues to encourage and inspire me. The work that I do alongside so many of you here has helped create opportunities for others that usually have scarce resources to make it happen. Getting close. I'm down to almost. When I arrived at the IFOB, it had already grown roots, thanks to some wonderful groundbreaking work by Shepley and Maddie Corson. Maddie has held on to this IFOB since, I mean, it just amazes me, okay? Because we went through some fairly tough times. I had the privilege of being a board member and was chair for a number of years. We had term limits, but we also had member limits. And many of us had to put on more than one hat and often skip by the term limit guidelines. In other words, you did it last year, you got it this year, right? Who would have thought that this was the beginning of such a rich, satisfying career life? We moved the Institute from the University of Maine campus and set up a 401c nonprofit. We had $0 in our bank account at that time. This transition was both difficult and filled with risk. With the help early on from Maddie, Maureen Costello-Wedge, Tom Juniman, Frank O'Shea, Teresa Cloutier, Adam Lee, Cal Coctus, Dan Thornton, and many others who, if I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, I'm 70 years old. These were hard, but fun days. And when we come out the other end of this and we were successful, it was, as my boys would say, it was like playing the best team in hockey and we beat them. That's how good it felt. The rest is history. Our membership is very strong and growing. We have a very, very strong diversified board and membership. Our programs are focused on the needs of our members, and our sponsors have lined up to support our family businesses. Thank you to the sponsors. This could never have happened without your guidance and your support. I'll give you one little story about Harry, and then I'm going to stop. It wasn't until later in life that I just realized that the work I had did in my father's business, which was just a couple of service stations in the 60s, was my first introduction to family business. My father felt like he needed to be harder on me so as not to show any favoritism. The other employees believed I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't understand this. I was alone in the world. Of course, that didn't make me very happy, and maybe I was young enough to act up at that point. But I asked my father many years later how he felt about firing me, because he did. He said, "It was a little tough, son." But really what the hardest part was that I had to go home and tell your mother. And believe me, I know what that means. If you knew my mother, you would understand. 50 years later, I look back and realize that the huge benefit family business have is their ability to incorporate both family and businesses. A combination that has resulted in tremendous success rates when compared to other businesses. I am hopeful that someday this concept and attitude put forward by Greenleaf and practiced in family businesses will permeate all other businesses. What a wonderful world that would be. I'm extremely thankful for all the support you have given me. I continue to follow my passion for family-owned business and am truly honored to receive this award. In closing, I would like to introduce my family that are with us today. Had to do this at the end, by the way, both in person and virtually. My sister is here virtually from Calgary and is probably still in tears from the bagpipes. Because both of my sisters grew up playing in the band, and we were always being toted around to the different festivals of the tartans and so on. To have those bagpipes here tonight is just beyond. Anyways, she'll get by though. She'll be fine. But here at my table, here at the table is my son Jacob, my son Ben, my son Chad, and my daughter Courtney. Ben's friend Emily is with us, my mentor and great friend Susan Sherbel, and my very dear close friends Hollis and Linda Ward. Thank you all for the amazing support and being there to celebrate this wonderful event. Thanks to the live streaming, we are joined by my sister Diane, as I mentioned, and my brother-in-law Barry in Calgary, and my daughter-in-law CJ, and my two granddaughters Kit and Katie. It happens to be Katie's birthday today. Happy birthday, my little princess. I love you. Thank you all again. And I'm truly grateful to the Institute for this recognition. And may God bless you all. Down this way.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Wow. I'm Catherine Wygant Fawcett, the Executive Director of the Institute for Family-Owned Business, otherwise known as IFOB or IFOB. I'm so excited to have you all here, both in person and online, to celebrate our 21st Maine Family Business Awards. Each year, I'm thankful for the vision of our founders, Shep Lee and daughter Kathy, who back in 1994 were in search of resources to help their family plan for the future of Lee Auto Malls. They imagined a dedicated organization that would support family-owned businesses in reaching their fullest potential. Now, 27 years later, we honor that vision as we continue to grow and respond to the changing needs of family businesses throughout Maine. Our mission and values are shaped by our all-volunteer board of directors, who you'll find listed in your program. You had it on the seats, and hopefully you all are enjoying those. On behalf of the board, we invite you to join our growing list of family-owned businesses and associate partners that are members of this vibrant institute. Our founding sponsors are the cornerstones of the Institute, allowing us for more than 2 decades to grow and succeed because they share so many of their assets with our members. The Institute's founding sponsors are MEMIC, Partners in Workforce Place Safety, and also our partner in tonight's awards. The law firm Viral, Clark Insurance, accountants Barry Dunn, TD Bank, and investment and wealth management advisor Great Diamond Partners. Thank you, founding sponsors. Our elite partners make the Institute's ever-growing list of programming and networking opportunities possible. Our events are listed on our website, fambusiness.org. Thank you to Baker Newman Noyce and Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, our elite partners. Finally, I want to recognize the sponsors of tonight's gala and the awards for making this evening possible. We've been trying to do this for 2.5 years, so we're very excited to have you all here. So thank you to MEMIC, our presenting sponsor, as well as Machias Savings Bank, Decor and Live Streaming, Skowhegan's Saving Cocktail Reception, Better Business Bureau Entertainment, AV Technic, audio-visual sponsors, award sponsors Rennie's, Chalmers Insurance Group, Holiday Inn by the Bay, People's United Bank, Lee Auto Malls, Maddie Corson, Cumberland Crossing by Ocean View, Barry Dunn, Viral, Oakhurst, Cross Insurance, Bangor Savings Bank, Morong Falmouth, Horse Roofing, Norway Savings Bank, Maine HR Convention. Our media sponsors, DMM, Down East, Flight New Media, Fast Forward Maine, Maine Life Media, Maine Biz, Pullman Press Herald, Maine Sunday Telegram, The Sun Journal, our table sponsors, and our circle of friends from our family-owned businesses. Thank you. I would also like to give a personal welcome to our guest speaker, Fred Forsley, and our host, Erin Ovalle. Thank you both for being here with us tonight. So now we're really excited because we're going to debut our new IFOB video. Enjoy. So the Institute for Family-Owned Business, otherwise known as IFOB, is a nonprofit that helps family businesses succeed. We've been around for over 27 years, and we always provide programs and networking and resources to help family businesses. 80% of businesses in Maine are family-owned. They are the economic engines of the state of Maine. And if they don't have support and they don't get answers, they're not going to succeed. So the Institute is there to help them.
Family businesses have kind of a unique challenge that there's so much that happens in a family business that you can't talk about outside of it. Having a professional organization kind of lead us in some of the dialogue around those topics was really, really important.
It's a group of like-minded professionals, and not only for the family members of family businesses, but also our extended family, our employees.
Having a place where family businesses can gather in a safe, collaborative, supportive way, I think belonging and togetherness is really the biggest benefit.
At the Institute, we offer a number of different programs. We have a how-to series that one great example is succession planning. We have a legal lunches series. We have our business after hours when we're able to go to family businesses and learn about them. We also do our golf and our scramble, and we do various panels as well.
I went to one of the sessions. It was actually empowering women. Oh my gosh, that was just mind-blowing event. Really inspiring. It was just wonderful.
Then the other programs we have are these affinity groups that meet 5 to 6 times a year, facilitated by a coach.
I think education is so critical, and working with the family businesses throughout the state and providing programs and resources and kind of acting as a hub, if you will, for those services is a key benefit that the IFOB has offered family businesses.
One of my favorite realizations from the Next Gen is they always felt guilty about taking the time for 2 or 3 hours, 5 or 6 times a year, to come to these peer groups. But then what they realized is the work is always there. And when they come to this peer group, then they get energized. It's some therapy, it's some love, it's an opportunity for them to reflect on their business. And you have to pull yourself out of your business to be able to reflect on your business.
When I first was really getting involved in my family business, I was given the opportunity to join IFOB on the board, and it really helped guide me. It helped me personally with my confidence. It helped me with really having a voice at a meeting and at the table. And at the time, I had never run a meeting before, so I got to learn from other like-minded professionals that had way more experience than I did at the time.
So at the Institute, we have two different kinds of members. We have our family businesses that are any two people in the family contemporaneously over time. And then we have our associate partners. So those are the bankers, the lawyers, the accountants, and the leadership coaches. So we service both members, and they help each other.
MEMIC is really proud to be an associate partner of the Institute for Family-Owned Business, and really for us it's a place where we get to see so many of our customers and so many potential customers who we'd like to meet. And the ownership comes to the meetings, comes to the events, and so we get a chance to see them and see the top leaders of those organizations. It's a great opportunity. Also, as an associate partner, we get to promote events that we may have that may be of interest to family-owned businesses through the Institute. And we also get to send our employees, any number of them, to any IFOB event.
Our biggest event is the Maine Family Business Awards, and it's a celebration of family businesses. We really should pay tribute to Maddie Corson. We're here in her theater, and we have Hussey Seating Seats. They helped start the Institute, and Maddie started our awards. And in 2019, we gave her a Lifetime Achievement Award because Maddie wanted to recognize family businesses. So when you come to the awards night, you get to learn about all these family businesses. You get to network, you get to have fun, but you really get to sit there and feel like you have a community.
Every time I've attended, I've been inspired and I've left with fresh energy and enthusiasm for family businesses in Maine.
I'd like to welcome Dottie Chalmers-Cutter, VP of Operations of Chalmers Insurance and IFOB Vice Chair, to join me and recognize our semi-finalists and finalists. This year, This year, the Institute received 166 award nominations from all across Maine. From those, 40 semifinalists were selected, which narrowed down to 24 finalists and ultimately 7 winners. Let's meet our semifinalists. Ask for Home Care and Home Share, Inc. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, Inc., DKI. Box of Maine. Cove Central Communications. Creation Lab, LLP. Funtown Splashtown, USA. Cardin Kennels. F3 Defense. Momo's Cheesecakes. Northeast Charter and Tour Company, Inc. Off the Boat Lobsters. Russo Insurance Agency. Shoppy Farm. Sebago Signworks and Vehicle Advertising. The Lighthouse, and Triple Mountain LLC. Congratulations, semifinalists. And now let's meet our 24 finalists. Bedard Pharmacy and Medical Supplies has roots in Auburn dating back to 1898, but they are anything but old-fashioned. Over the years, this multi-generational business has evolved, finding innovative ways to use technology to meet the changing needs of its customers and communities while never losing the personal touch that lets their patients know they can trust Bedard to do what's best for them. They're one of the few pharmacies in the U.S. using robotics to help their long-term care facility customers reduce medication errors and speed up medication distribution to patients.
Berry Fruit Farm, LLC of Livermore Falls is a great place to pick your own apples, something that's on many people's minds this time of year. Their apples and retail market offerings are enjoyed by local residents, travelers passing through on their way to Maine's western mountains, and people across the country. During the pandemic and other challenges of 2020, Berry Fruit Farm rose to meet the needs of its neighbors, offering bulk staples when the supermarket shelves were bare, and even serving meals to Pixel paper workers recovering from a mill explosion that rocked the community.
If you've ever driven through Jackman, there's little doubt Bishop's Store Inc. has been a stop along your way. This landmark store is truly a must-stop shop for travelers en route to Canada or the four-season recreation in Western Maine. Where else can you buy hunting license, sporting gear, a slice of pizza, and a tank of gas, and a stuffed moose souvenir all in one stop? The family has grown this iconic business from a small general store to add an ice cream stand, motel, and laundromat. They're a generous community partner, providing pizzas to local children through the school reading program, hot coffee to local firefighters out on a call, and always step up with meals for community fundraisers.
Chilton Furniture, based in Scarborough with locations in Portland and Freeport, is a well-known brand found in the homes throughout Maine and across the country. Their furniture collections have evolved in recent years, with their award-winning in-house designer creating original collections exclusive to Chilton, most of which are crafted here in Maine. Their stylish pieces aren't the only thing that keep people coming back. It's their talented team who are passionate about making customers happy, providing a 5-star customer service experience that makes furniture buying a pleasure.
Over the past 4 decades, South Portland-based Colonial Adjustment Inc. has grown from a small operation to the largest adjusting firm in New England. They have grown their business, diversifying in response to customer needs and new opportunities, adding new business lines and casualty claims handling, auto adjusting, contents, and special investigative unit services. Their family-first philosophy extends to all members of their team and creates an environment where employees enjoy work-life balance that is more important than ever in these challenging times.
Dolphin Marina and Restaurant is an iconic destination for anyone seeking an authentic Maine dining experience. Nestled at the tip of Basin Point in South Harpswell, on property that's been in the family for generations, the Dolphin serves up delicious food with unmatched hospitality that makes each guest feel like part of the family and keep them coming back year after year. These days, it's no small feat to stay afloat in the hospitality business, but the Dolphin continues to thrive through hard work, respect for the past, and an eye toward the future and ways to keep improving and growing.
Franklin Printing has roots in newspaper publishing. They started out printing 2 local newspapers in the Farmington area that are still in circulation. Today, Franklin is a commercial printer that serves customers throughout northern New England. 2020 was an important year for Franklin, as 2 of their major customers operate businesses that are involved with the COVID testing, meaning Franklin was able to invest significantly in new technologies, including the purchase of an HP inkjet web press, positioning them to grow their business in the publishing and high-volume direct mail segments.
Horch Roofing of Warren is a pioneer in its industry, leading the way in reducing environmental impact in an industry that generates more than 100,000 tons of waste each year in Maine alone. Realizing they wanted to do better, Horch started a program in 2010 through which they now recycle 100% of their roofing waste. Since they started the program, they have recycled an incredible 15 million pounds of material that would otherwise have ended up in landfills. Using the latest technology, Horch runs its entire operation nearly paper-free. Roofing can be green, and Horch proves that every day.
Kennebec Cabin Company, LLC, is one of the newest companies being honored tonight. They were established in Manchester just last year by the family known as the Maine Cabin Masters, whose popular reality show is in its 7th season. Kennebec Cabin Company is a destination for fans and locals alike and includes a flourishing retail store featuring products from Maine artisans and crafters, an eatery called The Woodshed that is becoming a favorite hangout in central Maine, featuring Maine craft beers, locally sourced sandwiches, and live music at their newly renovated and expanded live event venue.
Lisa Marie's Made in Maine is a champion of local businesses and crafters. With stores in Bath, the Old Port, and online, this business exclusively sells products made in Maine and currently supports more than 400 Maine makers, crafters, and small businesses. Lisa Marie's employees know their maker stories, and they share them with customers, adding a personal connection to the shopping experience. During the pandemic, Lisa Marie's focused on promoting their online store and kept all their employees on their payroll to provide stability for their staff and artisans during uncertain times.
Portland-based Luke's Lobster has grown from a single seafood restaurant with one employee to a thriving business, including restaurants across the globe, a large seafood processing facility in Saco, a branded grocery seafood business distributed across the U.S. and to Singapore, and a robust online market with a diverse range of Maine seafood. They've been successful by innovating, eliminating middlemen, and working directly with fishermen to improve quality and sustainability, adding value for all involved. Their commitment to environmental and social responsibility is demonstrated by their certification as a B Corp. The company is determined to preserve the coastal community for future generations.
Hussey Guide Service of Newry provides unforgettable outdoor experiences from their base in Maine's western foothills throughout all 4 seasons. They build the canoes, paddles, setting poles, and dog sleds they use in their excursions, and even breed the Yukon Huskies they use for dog sledding adventures. The owners are committed to training the next generation of Maine guides through an apprenticeship program, and they lead workshops to help guides hone their skills. In addition to dog sledding and canoeing excursions in Maine, Hussey offers cultural trips, including dog sledding in the Arctic, snowshoeing, and canoe trips with Cree and Inuit guides.
Based here in Portland, Maine Works is a staffing company on a mission to provide dignified transitional employment to people in recovery from substance use disorder and re-entry following incarceration. Through its select business partners, mainly in industrial construction, provides support and meaningful experience to these vulnerable populations so they can successfully re-enter the workforce. Maine Works has been recognized among B Corps as a best for the world company, but the real proof of their impact is in the feedback they hear from former employees who have successfully transitioned to full-time work, including one who now runs Maine Works' day-to-day operations.
The Montalvo Corporation is headquartered in Gorham, but its reach is international. It operates sales offices in Germany, Denmark, and China, and has customers on 6 continents. The company's founder was a pioneer in tension control, developing and patenting the first ever air-cooled, multiple-range pneumatic tension brakes for converting applications. Over its long history, Montalvo has continued to provide new innovations leading to its Vanguard Tension Control System, a 3-year project funded by the National Science Foundation that will disrupt the composites manufacturing industry by introducing a cost-effective, continuous, automated way for composites manufacturers to control tension in their process.
Opus Consulting was founded in order to provide strong and solid management consulting to the local market. The company's client base has grown from a few small businesses in Maine to more than 300 small to mid-sized companies across 20 states and 3 countries. Through its holistic, cross-functional approach, Opus helps businesses solve complex problems and guides them to transform, innovate, and accelerate growth. In Maine alone, Opus has guided more than 200 businesses and facilitated the creation of hundreds of jobs and economic opportunities, including work with 2 Native American tribes in Maine to support business development, job creation, and economic self-determination.
Origin has brought textile manufacturing back to Farmington with a modern twist. Using heritage skills, refurbished machines combined with the newest technology, Origin is setting the standard for made in the USA manufacturing, producing lifestyle apparel, workwear, footwear, and nutrition products with a worldwide reputation for exceptional quality. They are recognized as the premier gi manufacturer, the apparel worn by martial arts practitioners for generations. And the relationship with former Navy SEAL Jocko Willink brings excitement, celebrity, and a national platform for their brand.
Auburn-based PacGen came into being to provide a cost-effective means of transporting hazardous materials for disposal. They're now a prominent supplier to the environmental market that prides themselves on being different by design, maintaining long-term client relationships and innovating to meet the needs of the markets they serve. Their latest innovation incorporates rigid structural panels made of sustainable sugar cane into collapsible totes for shipping liquids internationally. This first-of-its-kind design creates the lowest carbon footprint available and is gaining the attention and multi-million-dollar purchase commitments of several large global food producers in a $2 billion market.
Searsport Shores Ocean Campground likes to say, "No one is a stranger for long," and their attention to detail and their sincere concern for providing exceptional and memorable experiences keeps guests coming back year after year. More than just a place to pitch a tent or park a camper, Searsport Shores hosts Artist in Residence series, built workshop and cooking spaces, integrated marine-based activities, established family-friendly edible and dye gardens throughout the park, and introduced weekly fiddle performances and music jams on the outdoor stage. Their use of social media to draw visitors headed to Camden or Bar Harbor and a roster of events activities that entice them to stay bring more than $1.5 million to the Searsport economy each year.
Smiling Hill Farm is a Westbrook icon and a family business that is 12 generations strong. Their roots are older than the state of Maine, dating back to 1720. Their dairy business continues to grow with an array of products available at the farm and supermarkets across Maine, and cheeses sold throughout New England and shipped nationwide. The family has seized opportunities to teach people about farming in a way that is fun as well as educational through their barnyard exhibit and seasonal activities that bring people of all ages to the farm. And during the pandemic, they provided a taste of the farm at home, selling ice cream, sandwich, and sundae kits with their famous ice cream for curbside pickup.
The idea behind Springworks Farm started when its founder, at age 12, noticed that runoff from a local farm was killing the frogs and fish he used to catch on his family's property in Montana. This led to a passion for more sustainable practices, including organic farming and aquaponics. Today, the company operates a proprietary closed-loop aquaponics farm in Lisbon, where they raise tilapia that produce natural fertilizer for several varieties of organic lettuce that in turn clean the water for the fish. This system uses less heat and up to 95% less water than conventional farms. Their lettuce can be found in independent market and large supermarket chains throughout the Northeast, and Springworks is the exclusive supplier of organic leafy green lettuce to Hannaford stores.
Located in the heart of Mid-Coast Maine, the Blue Alpaca sells a wide array of alpaca products, including yarn, socks, clothing, rugs, and home decor, and even manure at the small gift shop on their Belfast ranch, which is home to their herd of 22 alpacas. They also operate a year-round retail store in downtown Belfast, participate in several agricultural fairs in Maine and New Hampshire each year, and host kiosks at the Maine Mall and Bangor Mall during the holiday season. During the pandemic, the Blue Alpaca grew its e-commerce site to bolster revenue, and this year they introduced 30-minute alpaca walks and alpaca yoga on their ranch to introduce people to these beautiful, peaceful animals.
The Sunrise Guide is a leading provider of sustainability, information, and resources for the people of Maine and beyond. Since its founding in 2006, the Sunrise Guide has grown from 1 publication to 5, with an annual combined readership of 100,000 and subscribers from around the country as well as statewide, covering topics such as food, health, energy, home, and more. They also host the annual Green and Healthy Maine Home Show, and they've been a champion of electric vehicles for many years, publishing dozens of articles and using an electric vehicle as their company car. The company's triple bottom line approach considers the way their business decisions impact people, profits, and the planet.
Volk Packaging Corporation, a third-generation manufacturer of corrugated packaging, has thrived over the years by being unafraid to try new things. This served them well during the pandemic when a customer asked for their help in repackaging medical supplies, resulting in a new division, VolkPack, that offers fulfillment services for companies without the warehouse space or staff to pick, pack, and ship orders. The company's work hard, play hard approach means their employees are empowered and entrusted to make decisions in the company's best interest, and they're rewarded with many company-wide contests, lunches, barbecues, and celebrations throughout the year. Incredibly, Volk maintains steady growth during the pandemic, adding workers and maintaining a completely COVID-free facility throughout 2020.
Founded in 1969, Zachow Construction has grown from a small residential builder in Freeport to one of the region's leading construction management companies. They have emerged as a leader in sustainable building and recently completed the Ecology School of Maine, a project that took on the Living Building Challenge, considered one of the world's most rigorous green building standards. Zachow has been involved in many other high-profile green building projects throughout southern Maine, including a multi-family housing project being built to passive house standards, and the company is helping advance the use of cross-laminated timber, a solid engineered wood panel with low environmental impact in Maine building projects.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 2021 finalists.
Congratulations. I'll use this mic and then this mic. Congratulations. I now have the privilege to introduce our keynote speaker tonight, Fred Forsley, founder and owner of Shipyard Brewing Company, Maine's largest brewery and a national leader in craft brewing. Fred also owns and manages the Shipyard Brew Pub in Elliott, Maine, 10 Sea Dog Brewing Company brew pub concepts in Maine, New Hampshire, and Florida, 2 Shipyard Brew House locations, some of my favorites, Sunday River and Sugarloaf, and the Inn on Peaks Island, which I was just at the other day with my little guy. Let's hear and draw your attention to the screen and hear and learn more about Fred.
The Shipyard story begins with a young real estate entrepreneur, Fred Forsley. Fred was the youngest real estate broker in Maine's history when in 1992 he found himself involved in a Kennebunk Harbor real estate endeavor that was in desperate need of a purpose. While spending some time with his brother in an Irish pub in Pensacola, Florida, Fred realized that the property in Kennebunk could flourish as a brew pub as well. What quickly followed was one of the most historical meetings in shipyard lore between Fred and Manchester, UK native Alan Pugsley. In 1992, Fred and Alan joined forces to transform the Kennebunk property. It rested at the foot of where Kennebunk's 19th century shipyard once stood. One of the most famous schooners built by the shipyard in that period, the Federal Jack, inspired Fred and Alan. The location was dubbed the Federal Jack's Brew Pub and Kennebunk Brewing Company in honor of the local shipbuilding tradition. The team was wildly successful, and demand for the ales quickly outpaced what could be produced in Kennebunk. They needed to expand. As fate would have it, Fred and Alan found another property with a shipbuilding past, this time in Portland, Maine. In 1994, renovations began on the site that overlooked historic Portland Harbor. After putting in some major TLC and lots of elbow grease, Fred and Alan's vision came to fruition and Shipyard Brewing Company was founded. Since these early days, the Shipyard family has continued to grow and diversify, creating an eclectic portfolio of brands that are beloved the world over. From our Shipyard and Sea Dog ales, including our flagship Export Ale and the best-in-class fall favorite Pumpkinhead, to Ice Pick Vodka and Captain Eli's Soda, there's something for everyone. As our beverage options continue to evolve, so does our dedication to provide exceptional restaurant and hospitality experiences. Our sister locations have grown to include Shipyard Brewery and Tasting Room in Portland, Maine, Federal Jackson Kennebunk Brewing Company in Kennebunk, Maine, the Inn on Peaks Island, Maine, Live Cafe in Kennebunk, Maine, the Regatta Room, Commissary Kitchen, and Shipyard Brew Pub in Elliott, Maine, Shipyard Brew House at Sunday River in Sugarloaf, Sea Dog Brew Pubs in Bangor, Maine, Camden, Maine, Topsom, Maine, South Portland, Maine, North Conway, New Hampshire, Exeter, New Hampshire, and Treasure Island, Florida, and the Sea Dog Cantinas in Gulfport and Clearwater, Florida, and there are more locations always on the horizon. Our family is always expanding, and one thing that we take great pride in is our capacity to foster fulfillment and growth for all of our team members.
It's just like a close-knit family here at Shipyard, so.
I mean, 10 years, some of the closest people I know are the ones I work with. I enjoy coming to work because I'm working with the people I'd spend my time with anyways.
Really have very little turnover because people love it here.
I started as a temp, and I just worked my way, up to where I am today, so absolutely. So there's definitely room for growth.
Thank you very much for taking the time to learn about the Shipyard beers and the Shipyard family and the Sea Dog and Sea Dog family and all our other related locations and products. The biggest ingredient of all these beers and the locations are its people, and you're an important part of it. I'm very proud and happy to have you as part of our family, and we are going to keep this company growing and enjoying it. The other key ingredient is fun, so enjoy yourself. Work hard, play hard. Welcome to the family. Cheers.
Mic check. Fred Forsley, everybody.
Thank you.
Fred, while I have the stage, I just want to publicly tell everybody what kind of guy you are. In 2015, I had Maine Life Media, my business. The idea was on a piece of paper, and Fred, you knew of me, sort of. Judy's always been a big supporter, but you took my phone call, you took my meeting, and you gave me advice and encouragement to start my business, and that's the kind of guy you are, and I thank you publicly tonight for helping me and encouraging me to start my own business. So thank you. I've never said that to you. Thank you. So we just heard a little bit about you. I want to know, and for the folks out here, tell me about your family, your mom and dad. Were they the inspiration in your entrepreneurial kind of tick?
No. Well, we had a family business. My dad was a World War II veteran, prisoner of war in the South Pacific, and he was a medic. And when he got out, he worked at Togus, the VA hospital, and saw a lot of the 100% disabled vets kind of sitting in corners and not really engaging. He set up a home for veterans in Gray, Maine. So my mother ultimately ran it, but my dad had a passion. He was a behavioralist and believed if somebody had a passion for something, if you like to garden, build a garden. If you like to work in the automotive store, people in the town of Gray were very accepting, and a lot of the guys had different jobs in the community, and it lasted for 58 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And so tell us how you then what happened after that for you?
So with the real estate, the video, I ended up in the real estate business and through Liberty Group, and at the time they had built a number of developments in the city of Portland that are still here today, 100 Middle Street, Chandler's Wharf, and I got lucky enough to meet Gordon and Georgia. So Herchebys, who became good friends, and we worked in the real estate business and did a number of deals, and Gordon actually had gotten involved in that deal in Kennebunkport, which was a beautiful location, was on the wrong side of the river at the time, and he needed some help in that project, and I consulted on it and got lucky enough to meet Richard and Eddie Stebbins, who introduced me to Alan Pugsley. And Richard and Eddie owned Gritty's, and my brother in Pensacola was at McGuire's Irish Pub and Brewery, like the video said, and Gordon and I were there, and we're having a great time, said this would work in Kennebunkport. That was 1991, And then we came back to Maine, and there were a bunch of legal things involving the property. And long story short, we were able to open up a brewery. And June 15th, 1992 was the first toast we did with Shipyard Export Ale. So, and that's kind of evolved. So Maine has been a very, it's a small, what hits me here today is how many people touch our lives, from Maddie Corson, who is truly one of the Maine's leaders, not only in family business, but in business, and it's just true treasure. So she actually visited the brewery and brought me to lunch, going way back. I don't even know if you remember it or not, but at the time the family hadn't sold the paper, and she basically said, listen, I have a responsibility to my family. I need to make a tough decision. I'll never forget it. And but there are a lot of mentors I had along the way in Maine, and many of the people that are in this room, we've either done business or doing business, from MEMIC to Cross Insurance to so many other businesses, Gorham Savings Bank. Without them, we're not in business. So from, the relationships and friendships that we've had over the years, Maine really travels and touches the globe. And we're very fortunate that the world visits Maine every summer. And from that, our brand has been able to grow throughout the world. We're very fortunate right now to be one of the fastest growing brands in England and in Europe because of Alan Pugsley and his relationship and being an Englishman and the relationship he had, and to the connection to Marston's Brewing, which is now leading us to hopefully 1,000 accounts in Russia. So, but it is small things that lead to big things, and mentoring, and so many great businesses were just mentioned recently here, Margot, and your business with taking at-risk guys and putting them to work, to Luke's Lobster and some of these other businesses that have touched our lives. And we help each other along the way because of the connection to Maine, and because small business, and because we're a family business.
And you keep going, and you keep going. And so tell us all that's happening right now in your world. How many things are you juggling?
Well, we've been lucky. Well, we've been lucky enough to evolve the Portland waterfront on 86 Newbury Street. Our brewery was there in 1994. It's the birthplace of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, which was actually built the same year that he was born the same year the Federal Jack was built, which is kind of a unique cosmic connection to some type of spiritual thing, I feel, on that site. But it's being reborn in the sense that we probably January of this year will have 170,000 square feet of Covetrus space. Ben and David Shaw created Covetrus, and there'll be over 600 employees, and they'll be making drugs for pets that'll be shipped around the world. And then there's a hotel that'll be built there, and we've expanded the tasting room and bar in that spot. So we're very, very excited about that, and it's been kind of the last 3 years building and developing that. We're building a new brewery in Florida, in Sanford, Florida, where a lot of the equipment that was in Portland is being shipped there. We're expanding with some other friends on a development on a distillery that's in a location in Portland that can't be discussed because somebody else will sweep it up from me, so I don't want that to happen. But we want to be a total beverage company, and my goal is to keep going and keep our family involved. Our next generation is here with Jill and Adam Moses, and Adam works outside the company, but Jill works with us in the company, and Haley Herchebes is here, and she's working with us in some of our locations. So, and we have a number of our employees that are here. When you talk about what Harry said and the emotion and the passion he felt for the people he worked for, I feel the same way. I think when you own a family business and people become part of your family that work there, we're lucky enough to have truly amazing employees. Through the pandemic, every one of our locations, people unemployed kept in touch with each other. They communicated. They visited once a week with each other. They took care of each other. And I can say honestly, I've seen other businesses that hasn't happened outside the state of Maine. Contemporaries of ours are out of business because they weren't able to hold their group together. So the one thing that really isn't mentioned at these things is really how tough it is to actually stay in business and it's very, very, it's not easy, as we all know. So when I see a lot of the things over the years, 9 out of 10 businesses fail in the first 3 years. And it's amazing to hear stories of, Mosier Furniture and Pam Hurley's here, and see what they've done with their business. And you connect on different things around the world with locations we can visit in St. John to wherever. But we're very fortunate in Maine that we have a very small community that most times support each other. And to a great extent, we're under attack. I really feel that small business is under attack at a variety of levels. And there's never been a bigger time we need to get engaged and involved. And Quincy's here from the Portland Chamber, and she feels it, and we feel it. And I think, we need to get our businesses involved in politics again, because if not, we're going to be run out of business.
So Amen. We're talking about family. Adam, you married into this family, and my husband's here tonight on a text chain of the Ovalles, which is 30-plus people. I love my family. The Ovalle Christmas is the wild, wild west. Yeah. We're not in business together yet. How do you juggle the dynamic? Do you have any advice for other folks like me, who's first generation?
So brands are interesting. Like, this is the Hannaford brand, and I actually knew some of the members of the family that were in that brand. And so today I was asking Judy what I should wear to the event, and I basically said I think I should wear this. So she said, I don't think so. So this was what I thought I would wear, but she was worried about me being too embarrassed to wear it. So I just wanted to share everybody. I really wanted to wear this tonight, which is the bowling shirt, which is really what it is brand, right? So she didn't want me to wear this, so I didn't. When you're in a family business,
a lot of opinions.
Yeah, you have a lot of opinions. So it made me think about what being in business means, and what being in business means is it's all about brand, right? So everybody knows that I'm involved with Shipyard, and I kind of wear it on my sleeve. And some friends of mine, Johnny Marr and Freddie Pape, they always say, Freddie, do you have any clothes that don't have a logo on it or anything else? But so I just wanted to bring something that had brands on it. And when you look at something and what does it mean to you, and when you're in a family, you're in a family business. But when you create a brand, you create a new family. And I honestly feel we have a new saying at Shipyard. It's called Discover More. And it's about collaboration, it's about travel, it's about engaging other communities and other places. And at the end of the day, it's truly about building family and expanding family. So then recently, I went to the Patriots game, and I had a lot of emotions there, and I thought, well, this is a family too. And we have a new family that involves, we call it the Mac Jones family. So some people have a question. And I thought about, I was lucky enough to be at the Patriots game, and I've been a big Tom Brady fan, and I actually have grown to love the Bucs and all that. But there was a moment, it was kind of a funny moment, because a lot of people watching on TV didn't see it. But the Patriots had gone inside, and the Bucs ran out, and they went to the 50-yard line, and they stood on the logo of the Patriots at the 50-yard line. And I couldn't see because my eyes aren't great, but I couldn't tell if Tom Brady was there or not. But immediately, all the cheers for Tom Brady and the Bucs and the emotion that went to boos, because they had kind of stepped on our family. It's kind of, from that moment on, Tom Brady was not really a Patriot anymore. So he's still connected, but he's not really in the family. And I don't know who said it, but they said they had to fire their son, or you got fired, Harry, by your dad. And I think at times you get fired. It's got to be one of the toughest things in the world, is to fire or kick somebody out of the family. But you're always kind of connected. But there was a weird analogy with brands. And when I wear this shirt, I don't know if anybody can see this shirt, but it's kind of the way I feel about Maine business right now, because we're under attack, and I feel like we're small Maine business, especially family businesses, are under attack. And one of the reasons, I mean, it's been a few years we've been talking about doing this, and the bigger, I mean, you know, when Paul White Tile can't open, and you know, some of the big businesses did, and some of the small restaurants, right now we're truly, truly under attack. And organizations like this are critical, I think, to our survival, sticking together and people hearing how and what we do. I mean, this is an awards night, not to be serious, but there's a lot of things that go on that need people like Matty Corson and others to carry the torch forward. And brand matters. The Maine brand is very powerful. It's what made our company. It's the work ethic of Mainers, and it's the family part of that that's important. So I just thought I'd just share. It's almost crazy.
Well, that's Fred Forsley for now. You are a very impressive brands, and you're absolutely right. It is not easy. And what do you want to show us? It's pumpkin season. What do we got?
No. Well, I mean, you have fortune in life, and I don't know how much time you want to go on, but
I can't see. So.
Bruce Forsley, I don't think's here, but the luckiest thing, Alan Pugsley did not like fruit beers, and we created a pumpkin beer back in I think it was like 94, 93, and when we talked about putting in package, the last thing he wanted to do was to do that. And everybody at the table didn't want it to happen. But we had people driving from New England all over to come get the pumpkin beer. And luckily, we put it in package, and it saved us. So we're going to
still going strong, my friend.
Right.
Still going strong. Do we have time for audience questions? Yes, great. So we have some folks in the audience who have a mic, I think, and want to ask you a few questions in the hot seat. We'll take you back there. Nope, I didn't. Nope, anybody? I saw a hand. Question. Oh, Paula? Yeah?
Oh, okay. I always have a question. Hi, Fred. Hi. I think I was customer number 2 at Federal Jack's. Just saying. And bring back Goat Island Light, please. Right. So a lot has happened. You've done a lot. You've got lots of big plans in the future. What stands out, either as most enjoyable and memorable, or the biggest learning?
I think the biggest, as far as learning, is keep good people around you. Try to trust the right people. That's been my fortune, really. And it's hard to determine, but I think thinking, you know, the whole thing where people say skate to the puck, and we have a lot of people here that are, you know, having to make payroll next Monday, and you know, I think the other statement, there was a statement about passion for your business, and I don't think if you're not passionate about your family business or what you're doing, I think that's a detriment to survival. If you're passionate and you want to focus and do it, I think I was lucky enough to have some great mentors, and one of them was George Denny, and he did Cole Haan Shoe, and he had a passion for quality shoes, and he said, Fred, just you know, focus on quality in your product, focus on quality in your people and experience. So I've been very fortunate with that, with people. So I'm very excited about the future with Maine. Portland's become one of the biggest tourist towns in the world, really. I mean, so we've got some very positive things going on in Portland. Like, even in spite of a variety of things, we're seeing an amazing record of people visiting Portland, and I think our future in southern Maine is you know, but when hospitality is your biggest industry, to a degree, it's a little scary. And we've seen a number of great companies here, and right now, I think it was kind of inspiring to see all the little companies all over the state that are starting right now.
Yep, we have from the family table.
Yes. I'll tell you something. Fred has been the best friend of anybody could ever have in their entire life. He's been my friend for over 35 years and my partner, but everybody knows this guy, not because of business, because of friendship. And that's more important. This guy's unbelievable. He doesn't take, if he doesn't take a bow on that one, he really is.
Wow.
He's my friend, and I'll always consider him a brother.
Thank you, Gordon. Yeah. Well, I think Gordon and George have been in my corner for close to 40 years now, and it's very special, and they are family, and that's why I'm very excited about the future. We know what happened in the past, and Gordon has always been there, and George has already been there to support me, and I've been lucky enough to be able to be there for him, and so is Judy and the rest of our family. So it's nice, and I think that's the nice thing about Maine is that you learn, you need, and you want to depend on each other.
And you've done that for me, and everybody who needs advice, he does call back. He does take meetings, and
Yeah.
Aw, cheers to your mom and dad, then. Cheers
Thank
to your
you.
mom and dad.
All right.
Any final words, my friend?
No, I mean, have fun, really. I mean, life's too short, as we all know. And at the end of the day, if you can't have fun doing it, don't work hard, play hard.
Amen. I appreciate
Cheers.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Congratulations.
Go pick.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you for all that you've done and continue to do. All right, it is time to announce our winners. Before we do that, let's meet our dedicated panel of judges who took on this very difficult task, selecting our 7 winners from the amazing field of 24. For those of you who are here, please stand. Anne Hussey, Ruben Bell, Chris Wazaleski, Shay Lee Fendler, Carrie Coronis, Joe Corey, and that's it. A big round of applause for everybody involved. Thank you so much. All right, it is now time to announce the winners and meet the 2021 Maine Family Business Award winners. If we call your name, please come to the podium and accept your award and say a few words. I'm now inviting Chris Wazaleski up from Cumberland Crossing by Ocean View to stand on the stage with me to present the award. Our first award tonight is the Cumberland Crossing by Ocean View Environmental Leadership Award, which honors companies that embrace and set the standard for sustainability. This company saw just how much waste its industry was generating each year, 100,000 tons in Maine alone, and saw the opportunity to set a new standard. Through their re-roof and recycle program, which I learned about a year and a half ago, they recycle 100% of their roofing waste, which goes into recycled products and paving materials instead of landfills. Jeff Messer of Messer Truck Equipment, an IFOB board member, nominated them. The judges were impressed. I'm always impressed by you, my friend. Congratulations to Horst Roofing, winner of the 2021 Cumberland Crossing by Ocean View Environmental Leadership Award. Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to win. This is really cool. Just really quick, I just feel it's an honor to be in the room with all of you. I learned business from my dad, and he always said, do the right thing. And I feel like I'm in the room with a lot of businesses that do the right thing. And the right thing is not to throw trash in the landfill if you can help it, right? So now I work with a great family of hardworking people and dedicated people in my company. So thank you very much. I really appreciate this award.
Nice work. Thank you, Chris. I'd now like to introduce Lydia Swan from People's United Bank to the stage to present the next award. The People's United Bank Innovation and Technology Award recognizes companies that have developed new methods, ideas, or products that solve a problem or improve upon a previous solution to a problem in ways that have a significant positive impact. This company created a proprietary closed-loop aquaponic system through which they produce sustainable food, including 60,000 pounds of tilapia and more than 1 million heads of organic lettuce each year, which I recently had. Eric Bloom of Hannaford nominated them, and the judges were wowed by the company's innovative vision and remarkable growth, and unanimous. They'll be on Maine Life next weekend, Saturday night. I'm so proud to have met them recently. Springworks Farm, you are the 2021 People's United Bank Innovation and Technology winner.
Well, it is wonderful to be in a room with all you guys. Met so many wonderful people tonight. So thankful to IFOB for recognizing us with this, and my family who's been there the whole journey from Montana to Maine. Our team at Springworks that has got us to where we are and is aligned on what the future hopefully looks like for us. Maine has such a rich history of agriculture and innovation, and so we're just really excited to be a part of that. So thank you so much.
Very cool family. The Holiday Inn by the Bay First Generation Award. And before we announce, let's get a hand for everybody here tonight working at Holiday Inn by the Bay. Thank you so much. It's so nice to be back in this room. This award recognizes outstanding companies that have not yet transitioned from one generation to the next. Tonight's winner has built their company on the roots of their community's textile manufacturing heritage in a way that is anything but old-fashioned. Amy Volk of Volk Packaging Corporation nominated them, and the judges loved the company's brand, their passion for their products, and the positive impact on the local economy and our jobs. So join me in congratulating Origin, winner of the 2021 Holiday Inn by the Bay First Generation Award. They could not be with us tonight, but I believe we do have a video.
Hey, Pete Roberts here from Origin. I wish I could be there with everybody to accept this award. Really stoked to hear that you chose us up here in little old Franklin County, Maine, for this award. My wife is working. I'm down here working, and like any small business, small to medium-sized business, but like any family-run business, we're the ones making things happen. So I'm headed down to North Carolina right now to go to our new factory. We just added 100 new employees, and I'm just really stoked to not only be part of this Maine business community, but I think there's something extra special about running a business in New England and in Maine, which is truly the birthplace of America. And here at Origin, we're trying to put a lot of people back to work in manufacturing, making denim blue jeans, making footwear, and starting to really develop into lifestyle apparel and athleisure and other things. 100% made on an American supply chain with American components. And it's just really awesome to be part of the change and really resurrecting these communities, giving people their jobs again. And that's really what Origin represents and our family represents. So I wish I could be there with you, but thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Bye.
Congratulations. Our next award, the Chalmers Insurance Group Customer Service Award, seeks out a business that consistently exceeds its customers' expectations. The judges agreed that this multi-generational business offers a unique Maine dining experience where employees and guests feel like they are part of the family, which keeps local residents and visitors like myself coming back year after year for those blueberry muffins. The judges were impressed about the sustainable growth in a very tough industry that we're all seeing right now. Congratulations to Dolphin Marina and Restaurant, the 2021 Chalmers Insurance Group Customer Service Award. They also could not be here tonight, but I believe they sent a video as well.
Hello, everyone. Chris and Billy Saxton from the Dolphin Marina and Restaurant. I just wanted to say sorry we could not be there this evening to accept this wonderful award, the 2021 Customer Service Award, I believe. And I just want to say, wow, thank you so much. We feel very honored to accept this award.
Hi, everyone. Thanks again for an incredible honor to be nominated and win this award. I want to say thank you to our grandparents and our parents for starting and building the business, and I feel like that we're very fortunate to continue this wonderful tradition at the Dolphin. And of course, a thank you to our guests. We couldn't be here without you, and I feel very fortunate to continue working and living in this beautiful place we call the Dolphin on the tip of Basin Point. Anyway, cheers to everyone.
Cheers.
Thanks again. Have a great night.
Cheers! One of my favorite dock and dine places. I'd like to now welcome Maddie back up to the stage to present our next award, which is the Shepley Award for Community Service. For over 60 years, Shepley built a successful auto dealership with a corporate culture based upon respect, concern for customers and employees. The recipient of this year's award exemplifies these qualities that were so very important to Shep. Fittingly, Tori Beal, a dedicated employee, nominated her company, and the judges were impressed by the countless ways this company supports their employees and their community, especially when it comes to sponsoring programs that benefit youth and our nation's veterans. So congratulations to Volk Packaging Corporation, the winner of the 2021 Shepley Award.
Wow, I was not expecting to win, to be honest with you. Thank you all very much. It's an honor to be in this room full of so many amazing businesses, many of whom were on my radio show at one point, including Fred, and so many that buy boxes, which we appreciate. I would, first of all, of course, like to thank my grandfather and my father and my uncle for leading the company for many years before I got there, and giving me the opportunity to follow in their footsteps. They were incredible mentors, all of them, and I wish they could be here tonight. Hopefully they're watching online. Well, my grandfather's not, but hopefully my father and maybe my grandfather is, who knows. And, you know, people often ask how we continue to be successful, and it really comes down to those people over there at those tables, because they're the ones that come in every day and they just make things happen. It's just incredible to watch. People ask me, and I say, one of the keys to success is to not be the smartest person in the room, and they think that I'm just being, you know, coy or humble or whatever, but I'm not. There are very, very bright people that I'm surrounded by every day, and I could never be up here without them. So thank you to all of those people over there and everybody at my company who comes in every day and just busts their butts. And I want to, of course, thank my wife, who is just by my side all the time, and definitely my biggest rock and advisor. And, you know, I just want to reiterate what Fred said. Get involved, call your legislator, let them know what you think, because we need you to do that if Maine's going to continue to be the thriving business community that we've been for so many years. We need to take a stand and let them know, because if you don't call them, they assume that you agree with what they're doing. So make sure you make your voice known. And, you know, we like to give back. It's a big part of who we are. Fred, we got to get your dad on our heroes wall. And I thank you all very much. Someone once said, to those whose much is given, much is expected. And we try to live by that every day. So thank you very much.
Next up, the Maddie Corson Small Business Award is for businesses with fewer than 25 employees. This business has roots dating back to the 1700s and has evolved not only as a dairy producer, but as a lifestyle brand and four-season destination for people of all ages. As they said in their application, quote, "We were doing agritourism before it was cool. I'm very excited to bring my little guy there. Congratulations to Smiling Hill Farm as the 2021 Maddie Corson Small Business Award.
Well, everybody else said they were surprised, but we're surprised as well. Having been around for now 301 years, this is just amazing. Small dairy farm, and of course, we thank all the customers who have supported us over these years, and all the great employees that help to keep us going, and of course, our family, current and generations to come, including my niece Hillary, who luckily got a night off from milking the cows to be here to join me this evening. And we also thank our ancestors, the 12 generations that preceded us, who have gotten us to where we are today. Thank you.
Congratulations. Where's Adam Rennie? You're up, my friend. There you are. Our final award of the night is the Rennie's Large Business Award for a company with more than 25 employees. This company has grown from a small builder of residential homes to a major construction management company that has emerged as a leader in sustainable building. Their clear succession plan, strong family involvement, and the integrity and quality of their work made a very strong impression on their employees, Maureen Littlefield, who nominated them, our judges, our community, I know myself as well, agree. Congratulations to Zackow Construction, the 2021 Rennie's Large Business Award winner.
Hello. Certainly didn't expect to win, but I was told I should make a few notes, so I didn't ramble on. Just want to say thank you. I am humbled and very appreciative of the recognition. I'm grateful to share this award with a few of my colleagues that are with us tonight, along with my wife Heather, and two of my three children, Charlie, who works with us, Lucy, and Grace is away at college, and she might be watching online. Thank you. I would like to recognize a few people. First of all, my parents, Kay and Earl, who are watching from home. Without their courage, and some would say foolishness, some 53 years ago to leave the security of a weekly paycheck to become a residential builder, we wouldn't be here today. So thanks, Mom and Dad, for all your support, love, and hard work. When I joined my dad in 1989 after graduating from the University of Maine, two things became clear to me that were responsible for his success: his hard work and his ability to build and sustain strong relationships. Both of these remain a foundation of our business today. I'd like to recognize a few of these important relationships. First is our team. Whether you've been with us for 40 years like Mike and Steve, or you just started with us this week like Austin, whether you're a laborer or an executive, you are the main reason for our success. Thank you. Secondly, I'd like to recognize the relationships that we have with our subcontractors. We've worked with hundreds of firms, thousands of tradespeople and craftspeople over the years. These are the folks who, along with our people, who actually build the great buildings that we're fortunate to have built. Thank you. We're also very fortunate to have some of the best designers and engineers in the world located right here in Maine. Many of these we're happy to call our partners and friends. And lastly, I'd like to thank all of our great clients. These special relationships represent some of the best institutions, businesses, nonprofits, and individuals in the region. We thank them for having the confidence and trust in them and us to build their projects, whether it's a $10,000 renovation or a $100 million corporate campus. We sincerely appreciate this. So thank you all very much. We do continue to remain very positive on what's to come in the future. Thank you.
Congratulations, Zackow. And when you all get your survey about this beautiful event, you can win a $100 gift card to Rennie's. So make sure you fill that out. As we wrap and conclude tonight, Catherine, Keith, and your team, we did it. We're here. We did it. Congratulations on all of your hard work. And to everybody here in the audience tonight, thank you for being here. I feel so privileged and proud to be part of the Maine family. And without all of you, we couldn't be doing this and have this successful place that we love and call home. So thank you. Be safe, and we'll see you next year. Congratulations. And winners, please come on stage for a photo.
Hi, everyone. Can you, Keith? Can you take that? Can you put it back on? Hello? Can you put it back on? Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say, for if you are a finalist or a semi-finalist, we do have a framed certificate for you on the table. If you have name tags, we all believe in recycling. Please drop those on your way out. And for the winners, we'd love to have you up here on stage for some photographs. Thank you all so much. We look forward to seeing you next year. Enjoy.